For the happy life, follow the scriptures. So, um, how can I follow the scriptures? Why it will make me happy life? Why means, suppose if you without following the rules, you will never be happy anywhere. If you take in our materialistic world, if you follow the government rules, you will be happy. Like always keep right, stop on the red signal, all these things you have to follow the rules. Then only you will be happy. If you are not following the rules, then you need to face the consequences. Police will come and give fine, and then next time you will be aware. Even though next time also you will not be realize, again you will do the same mistake, again you will get fine, and sometimes your driving license will be revoked. All these things will be there. So, but if you follow the rules, you will be happy, even in this material rules or the spiritual rules. So we have two different sets of rules. One is given by the local government, like in USA, driving towards the right hand side is the rule, but that rule will be changed according to the place. In India, driving towards the left is the rule. So similarly, some other countries, some other rule will follow. But the God given rules are universal. For everyone, for everywhere, it is absolute, it should be applicable. So sometimes we feel like that, oh, who will follow the Vedas? This is so troublesome, all these things. But if you follow the rules, you will be the happiest person. These rules are given for the happiness, not for the troubling us. But with out of ignorance, we will feel that is a trouble. Just like if a kid is in a mode of ignorance, if you say go to the school, he will feel so much trouble. But if you go to the school and if he educated properly, he will be the happiest person. So the going to the school and learning the education is not the trouble, but because he was in the mode of ignorance, he was thinking like that, who will read all these things. Similarly, with our mode of ignorance and mode of passion, if we ignore these rules, then we have to be suffer. We have to be suffer not only in this life, life after life after life after life. So what Shastras are telling, in a nutshell, the Shastras are telling four basic things. If you read all our scriptures, they are telling that take association, take a good association, devotee association, pure devotee association. Number two, books. Take the scriptures and follow as per the scriptures, not per your own whimsical way. And third, chanting. If you chant the holy name, which is prescribed for this Kali Yuga, which will cleanse our heart and which will make us nearer to the Lord. 4, diet. What you are eating. Whatever you are eating, the same you will behave. If you eat animalistic food, you will behave like as an animal. If you eat godly food, you will become like a godly person. So very, very simple. A, B, C, D. A for association, B for books, C for chanting, D for diet. If you are able to follow these four principles throughout our lives are perfect. We'll go to a little bit deeper how these four will help us. The number one, association. Bhagavad Gita is telling that tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarsanaha. It is telling that approach the bona fide spiritual master and serve him nicely and ask him questions very gently and get the knowledge, because he is the realized person. So we are doing the association through these programs. Through this program, we are reading the scriptures which are given by the spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas. So we are indirectly taking the association of the spiritual master by this conversation. And the next one in Bhagavad Gita, it is telling that Machida Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. What Lord is telling that whoever is discussing these chapters, this philosophy or this God consciousness, they will be very happy. They will be satisfaction, great. They will derive great satisfaction and bliss from analyzing one another and conversing about me. See, whenever you conversing about the Lord, the Supreme Lord, we always will be happy because we are in the connection with the Lord. But whereas if you are conversating with some mundane topics like politics or like some other things, always there will be disputes, there will be fighting attitude, there will be misunderstanding, and so many things. Sometimes people will go extreme, they will shoot each other because of conversations are not going well, then they will shoot each other and they will fight each other. All these things will happen. But whereas if you take the association of the Lord, you will be very happy. There will be no misunderstanding, there will be no disgusting, there will be no uh, controversies. Everybody will be very happy. So the association is very, very important. The association, if you take bad association, you will become a bad person. If you take good association, you will become a good association. Like air is carrying various smell as per the circumstances. If air is flowing through a rose garden, the air smells like a very nice smell. But if same air is going under a dirty places, it will become dirty. So the minute you take association of the godly persons, the minute you take the association of the scriptures, the minute you take association of the saintly persons, you will become a saintly person. Just like a magnet. If you take a magnet and if you rub a iron piece next to the magnet, this iron piece after some time it will become a magnet. So if you, because of this Maya, because we are associating with the various mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance, we are accumulating those qualities. So if you associate with the transcendental Suddha Sattva, pure goodness, which is the God consciousness, Krishna consciousness, you will slowly develop those consciousness. As Prabhu told, Vishal Prabhu told, his daughter, by joining these classes, and she is becoming more disciplined because she was not infected more Maya or more other modes, because she was a child and she can easily adapt and she can easily following the things. But whereas the adults like us, we are dealing with the different problems and we are already past at some age, we are contaminated with a lot of Maya and a lot of other modes. So for us, it will take time. So, but if you keep associating, keep hearing, keep chanting, keep reading, then our consciousness will be purified. We will go to the Suddha Sattva. So we should come out of the mode of ignorance and mode of passion. We should go to the goodness and Suddha Sattva, or pure goodness. So that is the importance of the association. That's why we are emphasizing, try to attend these classes. Sometimes people will take go to the temple to take association, but they will not talk any God conscious related topics. They will talk all prajalpa. So that kind of association is not recommended. We always try to take association from the higher persons. if you are four malas chanting person, you need to try to take association of the eight mala person or 16 mala person or initiated devotee or advanced devotee. Then our consciousness will be uplifted, our realizations will be uplifted. If you take association which is who is a neophyte and who is not even god consciousness, your consciousness will be go down. So we always try to take association who are in the upper level of us. So we should always hanker for it. So fortunately we are advanced in technology. Even though in the olden days, if you want to take association, you need to go to the ashrama and you need to stay with the spiritual master and you need to do some surshusha, you need to do some seva, then only you will get the knowledge. But fortunately, because of the technology, we are getting all the association in our hand, through our computer, through our phone, by the lectures, by the scriptures, all these things. So we should take association. And also at the same time, we should utilize the technology for right cause. Because of this so much of social media, unknowingly we are taking the wrong association. Movies, different gossiping news, different things. So usually devotees will not be part of the materialistic groups, so they will come out of those materialistic groups. They will be only part of their bhakti group or their krishna conscious people groups, so that their consciousness will not be polluted with these all materialistic conversations. So try to adapt those things wherever, like Kiran Kumar Prabhu told, that wherever there is a conversation is happening which is not favorable for Krishna consciousness, come out of that. Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmanuta vrutam anukulyena Krishnanusevalam. Whatever is favorable to Krishna consciousness, accept that. And whatever is not favorable to Krishna consciousness, reject it. So that's what this association is very, very important. Every activity is linked with this association. So we have to be try to take association from the saintly persons. Number two, be for books. Today only we read all the shastras are telling us how to elevate our consciousness, how to become a perfect person, how to attain the supreme personality of Godhead, how to get rid of mode of ignorance and mode of passion. Yeah, the person who is in mode of good ignorance and passion, he is not even accepting the God. He will not even accept the scriptures. So, but whereas a person like all of you, you are mode of goodness or mode of transcendental, you are all came into the contact of Krishna consciousness. So we need to take the scriptures as it is and try to apply it. Try to apply it. So you all told what scriptures are telling. Scriptures are telling that Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, always remember about me, always chant about me. So we need to follow that. So like that, other things we will cover in upcoming slides. So whatever is Shastra is telling, it's for us only. We should not think, oh, this is not for me, or this is just the written, and we may follow or we may not follow. We should not think like that. Whatever the Shastra is there, that is for me only. So we need to try to follow that one sincerely. Sincerely, if something is there, we need to follow. If something is not there, we should not follow that one. So that's what it is telling, that asastra vidim ursraja vartate kamakarata nasa siddhim avapnoti nasukam naparam gatim. Whoever is rejected the scriptures, they cannot get happiness and they cannot reach the supreme destination. So you already heard there is a pastime about Jagai and Madai. The Jagai and Madai, they took the life in Brahmana's family, but by reading the scriptures, Simply they were doing opposite, and they become a drunkards, they become a rogues, they were breaking all regulative principles, they were doing prostitution, they are killing the animals, they are drinking alcohol, they are doing all gambling, and they are completely doing all abominable activities. So but if you are contact with the scriptures, you will get realized back. So the later, with the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they realized that purpose of the life, and they gave up their bad habits, and they came to the proper Krishna consciousness. And further it is telling that tasmas chastram pramanante karya vyavastitau jnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum irhashi. So it is telling that we should understand what is duty and what is not duty by the scriptures, and what we need to do and what we should not to do. We have to know. Sometimes people will do all abominable activities, and once they get some miseries, they will come to the scriptures, or they will come to the people. Oh, I'm getting all the problems. What shall I do? What shall I do? So it's like it's our responsibility to know ourselves. Oh, I don't know, that's why I did that. No, that is even though if you don't know, you are the responsible. Just like if fire is there, fire, the duty of the fire is, if anybody touch, you will get burnt. So sometimes a child may go and touch. Fire will not give any exception. Oh, a small child came, he doesn't know. By touching the fire, he will get hurt. No, fire will do her duty. Similarly, even though you know or you don't know, the reactions will be there. So it's our duty to know what is the suitable action and what is not suitable action. By understanding that, if you follow all the rules and regulations of the Vedic scriptures, you will not get miseries. Because we are getting miseries, we are against to the scriptures, and we did so many abominable activities this life and previous life. That's why we came this world, and we are suffering all these things. But if you realize that I'm doing these things wrongly, I'm not surrendering to the Lord, I'm not following the scriptures, that's why I'm doing all these things. Anywhere, even if you take in the materialistic world, if you do not follow the process, you have to face the consequences. If you do not follow the government rules, you need to follow the consequences. So if you want to go to the most perfection of life, get rid of mode of ignorance and mode of passion, and go to the goodness and mode of the transcendental, we have to follow the scriptures. If you do not follow the scriptures, you will stuck with this mode of goodness and mode of ignorance and mode of passion. With that, what is the problem? The problem is, if you are stuck in the mode of ignorance, ignorance means doing all breaking all regulative principles, killing animals, drinking alcohol, gambling, all this prostitution, all these gross abominable activities. If you do, you need to take life in the animalistic kingdom or in the hellish planets. But if you are in the mode of passion, in the mode of passion, people will have a lot of desires, unlimited desires, one after other, one after other, and one after other. They will not satisfied what they have. So with the desires, the soul will hanker more and more. Again, you need to take the same life in this material world. So like that, if you are attached to these modes, and if you are not able to become perfect yourself, we ourselves getting into the dangers, like taking birth again and again and again, and suffering this material world. So to come out of these materialistic problems, to come out of this ignorance and passion especially, we need to read the scriptures. By reading the scriptures, our ignorance will be removed. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. So we are covered with the darkness, so the darkness will be covered, will be removed by the light. Similarly, our ignorance will be removed by the knowledge of the scriptures. So we have to read scriptures and follow the scriptures. And number 3, chanting. Krishna emphasized this chanting and remembering many places in Bhagavad Gita. I took a couple of examples here. Krishna told that Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha drudavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. He is telling that always remember my glories, always chant my name, always bow down me, always worship me with devotion, always with drudavrataha. Drudavrataha means with a great endeavor, with a determination, with great determination, drudavrata. As you all told, the Maya we will capture, because we are in this material world. The different modes and different materialistic natures will pull back us. Oh, why you are chanting? Let's go for a movie. Why are you chanting? Let's go for WhatsApp. Let's see what message came. Like that, our mind and our circumstances will pull you back, not to take in the path of perfection. So we have to be very determined. This time is for my chanting. This time is for my devotional service. I do not want to distract. I do not want to deviate from this path. We have to be very strong determination. Otherwise, Maya will capture you. So whoever is following Krishna consciousness, they will be scared of the Maya when they will fall down. They will not be scared of their death, or they will not scared of anything. When I may fall down in this devotional service because of the Maya. So we have to be very stubborn and very strong in our Krishna consciousness. No matter whatever it happens, I have to attend the class. No matter whatever it happened, I need to do chant. No matter whatever it happened, I need to follow my regulative principles. Then only Krishna will see your sincerity and he will give a favorable condition. But you yourself is relaxing, Krishna also will be relaxed. So we have to be very determined. Drudavrataha is very important. And also Krishna is telling in 10th chapter 25th sloka, Yajnanam japa yajnosmi. There are so many yajnas are there, but among all the yajnas, topmost yajna is japa yajna, and that is me. Is the of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, japa. So among all the yajnas, the topmost yajna is japa yajna. So if you take this japa yajna seriously, rest of the things will be followed automatically. Yeah. The third one is diet, D. Krishna himself told in Bhagavad Gita many places, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yomi bhaktya prayischati tad aham bhaktya protam asnami pretatmanaha. He's asking, you offer fruit, water, leaf, flower with the devotion, I will accept it. So as a Krishna conscious people, we are Krishnatarians. We offer to the Lord and we will take the remnants of the Lord. So Prabhupada explained wonderfully in one place, if anybody eat the remnants of the cholera patient, they will also get cholera. Similarly, if anybody eat remnants of Krishna, you will also get Krishna consciousness. So that's why we will offer to Krishna and we will take that prasadam. Then our body will be purified. Our body is also contaminated by taking prasadam. This body also will be purified. And by what will happen if you do not offer and eat? That's what it is telling that in third chapter, 9th sloka. Yajnatart karmanyonotra lokoyam karma bandhana tadardham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Here Krishna is telling that if you do not offer anything, if you do not sacrifice anything for the Vishnu or Krishna, you will have a bondage. You will have a bondage. You will have a karma bandhana. So if you accept anything without offering to the Krishna, you are bound to the karma. So because of that karma, again you need to take birth and again and again and again. So uh, in nutshell, whatever is Shastra is telling, we need to follow. So Gnana and Vijnana. Most of the people, if you go and try to preach, they will tell, oh, I know Bhagavad Gita, I know everything, I know this, I know that. But knowing is not important. Following is important. So that's why this group is meant to follow. If you observe, we are trying to implement whatever Krishna says. That Krishna is told Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, we are chanting. Krishna is telling that Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, we are offering. Krishna is telling that follow the spiritual master, we are trying to follow the spiritual master. Krishna is telling that follow the scriptures, we are trying to follow the scriptures. Krishna is telling that come out of this mode of ignorance and mode of passion, and we are doing that. So whatever is there in the scripture, we are trying to follow it. Following is very, very important. Without following, there is no use. Even though you are a great scientist, if you do not apply that science somewhere, that scientist degree is no value. So even though you know Bhagavad Gita or you recite all 700 slokas, but that is not a wonderful thing. But if you take Krishna's instruction and you live according to the Bhagavad Gita, then you will become a Bhagavata. Otherwise, you will become a mundane person. So take the scriptures, book reading are very seriously. We are trying to do our level best. We are trying to facilitate book reading sessions also.